Good Thursday evening and... Oh, thank you for the resub, Kamu. Oh, hello there. Good to see you. And indeed, good Thursday evening and welcome to see if we party vibe again in Darkest Dungeon, which is not very probable, especially as we seem to have the scouting pad immediately along with the subscription. Thank you for your support and of course welcome once again this evening for doing scouting apparently, which of course is very helpful exactly in this game, because then you know if there is a trap in that corridor, like 95% of time at least. It's possible to have a trap that doesn't show up in scouting, but it's uncommon, very uncommon, would say, like 90 to 95% of all the traps show up in scouting, so in that respect it's not exactly much that would cause that kind of issue. But indeed, thank you for your support and welcome again to see if we have another party vibe. Most probably not, considering it took over 100 hours of streaming the game to have the first party vibe ever and on a boss, so would not describe that as highly probable. Of course, the last remaining scenarios are harder, so it's probably slightly more possible. But yes, hopefully your week has gone well also. And with that, let's move towards the game. So, and also there was the new Ice Electric. Good to hear it's been okay. There was also on the starting screen there was the new yes, the Wednesday board gaming at Silver's as usual. It's very nice that he keeps the game evenings. Would be nice if they were similar also locally over here, but hasn't really ever been the case. We used to quite regularly play in Kajaani back in the day, but then, as we well know, certain first in Kajaani got maybe other priorities, so in that respect there hasn't been much gaming activity there anymore, unfortunately. So then let's see, and as you possibly noticed, there's also the new Isoelectric news and also other mentions on the starting screen. Oh, hello there, Jax. Welcome to the stream also. Hopefully you have had good week this far. Indeed. So they should have news in a bulletin form, so it usually gives this far. Yeah, have never really subscribed very many channels, exactly because then you have the channels that have like 10,000 messages a day, and then because this one tries to read all the messages, have like archived, for example, the furry film shooters, because it's like they talk about some very hipster pocket camera with latest very boutique black and white film for 10,000 lines a day, and or they have bought like a MM6 or such ridiculously expensive rangefinder or whatever. So it's usually like much too much chatter to keep up. So do not join very many channels. Can promise that one certainly is not like, it's at most a couple of news items per day, at very most. Oh, hopefully your week improves towards the weekend then. And of course, welcome also for some Darkest Dungeon. We see if we get lucky or much less lucky with the dice. So let's start with the game then and wave a bit again, because of course it's fun and then we move into the game and see what happens. So we last time at least got pretty good budget, and let's see, do we need stress treatment? At least a bit. It's like this is still kind of doable. What was the disease we got? Alright, minus 30%. Minus 30% bleed resist is kind of less than desirable. Let's treat that, thank you. This one not like scurvy. You should have some vitamin C, please. And then at least... What does... or is it again like... want to go to monastery? Apparently, yes. Or at least it's pretty cheap to go praying comparatively. Alright, and the rest are kind of like still manageable, especially as you usually get boost on morale when things go your way, so that's still like manageable level of stress. Alright, so then we need to consider again what we would like to do as our next embarkment and or activity now that the team is mostly taken care of. Do not think we have like a huge amount of deeds, like 174, but it's like only some things upgrade with deeds, so it's kind of... One question is that we should also probably at some point finish this simply to get the achievement for fully upgraded tavern, so let's start upgrading the brothel just for show.
Strong drink, a game of chance.
Oh, now we need more.
The rush of life.
More crests for that. Like you always can convert whatever you... That would be quite useful, like you can convert extra deeds there, so that's actually even useful. So let's upgrade. We can't quite fully upgrade, it seems. Let's see if we can convert deeds to everything and get the achievement for fully upgraded tavern. Like these are quite useful, but amusingly we can like, it was not quite the way that intended to go, but I've always found this mildly confusing, but we need to find more portraits to fully upgrade the tavern, which is of course mostly for amusement to get the achievement, as out of principle never utilize the brothel. So let's then see what we can embark for. Alright. So we should try and embark, which we can either like improve the level 4 group again with a bit different consist at least, and or we can see about, let's see if we can, we should probably also see about, have we fully upgraded the Abbey? No, but we need busts for that, so let's keep that in mind. And we also have a bit to upgrade on the sanitarium, which also takes busts, so, and tavern we already know. We fully upgraded like the survivalist. It takes only crests, so let's upgrade that one level. The camping skills are not terribly important in the game as far as have experienced this far. They are useful, but they are not like absolute necessity. Here we should certainly upgrade equipment one level. For that we do have pretty good resources, so alright, maximum equipment and level 4 skills, so that should be alright. And then we are pretty good to see what we have available to embark upon. Right. Veteran long 100% of room battles. Alright, that's man at arms only. We also get some busts. That might be interesting if we can like get rest together. What disease we had here? Spasm of the entrails is not like exactly the worst thing ever. Right, that would be pretty good. Going. What do we have trinket wise? We do have trinkets. Let's see if we have any better trinkets. Those are kind of like minimal. That's kind of daring to take more stress, but that's kind of like for melee skills not very useful. Alright, that's quite a bit better. Plus 25% healing skills. That's like minus 15% max HP, but this is in turn plus 20% max HP, so it's kind of like, let's use trinkets that cancel out each other's effects, but thank you. Week has been, would say, rather alright. Been quite good work-wise, and also been working on organizing instance and other events to a good degree. So it's been quite successful week for like normal week at work. Oh, raid! Welcome, raiders! You of course get the wave even on the big screen. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? And did you still play what Qbert or which NES games you have been playing lately? Addict. And here we go. So welcome, raiders, and hopefully you enjoy Darkest Dungeon, which we last time had like the first party wipe ever, so it's good to see if we have as bad guys, at least not immediately going to a boss fight and seeing if we again go out all together, so hopefully at least it goes better. So welcome, and let's continue with the game. So we have chosen our quest and pretty much have everything in place otherwise. So provision time, we have 2 firewood, we get some dog treats due to having this. In this case we certainly need 4 shovels, and that should be enough food, and 1 pile of bandages and anti-venom bolts, 5 keys, and sufficient amount of torches, and that should be quite alright provision to go out for a long quest. So let's then embark. Warrens. Fortunately, we do have anti-venom. Let's see what kind of. Still a favorite here is the swine door. It's like not a wolf door, not a fox door. It's a swine door, which probably is mildly less popular.
They breed
Alright,
down there in the dark.
we are good to go.
Perhaps we can slay them even faster.
So let's move, like we have to complete all the room battles, so let's move first this way and start going down towards immediately a trap. It's a great start. Alright, there's some moonshine, certainly. Let's try moonshine. Contains stashed treasures.
Trinkets and baubles.
Disappointed, certainly was hoping that would be a barrel of moonshine. And certainly not carrying the holy water along, so let's take 1 pile of gold. Not going quite all out with the gold at this point, but. And room battle, alright. That's kind of the large corpse eater is not the easiest opponent ever. Let's first like go out at the small ones, and then we can concentrate on the big one. I accuse them of being too big. Alright, that removes 1.
A faint hope blossoms.
Right, hound. Miss. Oh well. Immediately anti-venom certainly needed. Marked. Alright. This is what it is. Let's 14 out of judgment. Like, yes, 1 HP remains. That's pretty good for kill anti-venom. And then let's poke at them with the spear, and that removes the other source of damage.
Maintain the offensive.
And let's try. At least the big thing the hound doesn't miss. Alright, 13 is quite good. Tentacle Devour did surprisingly limited damage, like 8 only. And see if Judgment does it.
The bigger
Yes.
the beast, the greater the glory.
And we get more gold.
Success.
Emeralds would be nice, but it's kind of like... Do not think the dog treats are exactly that necessary compared to carrying emeralds, so... One extra bandage, but we do not have Eldritch Altar, no. Not touching that, because most probably it summons something a lot like the thing you put the torch in and... Alright, so it was Cupid. Did watch the other day when you were playing that, so... Oh, hello there, Riley. Good to have you here also. You, of course, get a wave. We do have pretty nice viewership of good fluffs for Darkest Dungeon tonight, so welcome all and thank you once again. And let's go for more. So we won the room battle and not going to touch the Eldritch Altar because one pretty much knows what usually happens when you touch something like that, and do not currently really want to fight some Eldritch Horror, at least yet. Alright. Cultist, one undead. That's not like terribly bad. And no stressful incantations for you. Alright, pretty good damage. Let's see if the hound finishes them. Yes, very good. That's actually quite a good and dodge, so most probably we can get rid of corpses bleeding, which is kind of like really useful. Alright, that was even for those opponents, that was pretty easier fight. Deeds, we do not really need more deeds. Most of all heirlooms we have deeds, so pile of books. Alright. Lasting effect. Positive trait. Manslayer, alright. Empty room. And next please. For once we have food to burn, you may get hunger, but for scouting, yes. Haven't gotten any scouting yet, which is kind of mildly disappointing, especially with the great scouting path along. Are you sure you're awake? Oh, alright, let's move. Moonshine barrel, alright. Empty, as said, disappointed. The first one contained like some trinkets and the second was empty. That's not the way Moonshine barrel shall be. Alright, and we have some kind of like special thingy with stealth, the drummer and one of the small ones. It's like the small ones because it's like after it's the second worst threat to morale. So let's see if we can get rid of that. Would be nice if we could like... Let's accuse these two then. But the hound can attack anyone and that's good, so at least they won't reduce morale. Missed. Alright, too bad. Resisted bleeding. Alright, missed, so no stress. And 10 is pretty good for that. Dodged. Alright, no drums of doom either. that we can't attack. So, alright, no more drums of doom. 11 from the hound, wow. Alright, now we have the problem that the only guy who actually is a problem is stealth. Alright, they ran out of stealth and went behind the wall of bodies, so let's attack there then. And the hound finishes.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the
One
task's
or
end.
2 portraits. Portraits would be pretty nice. Do we have like... we do not yet have that small piles of food. We actually have one empty inventory spot. We could take most gold and then we can use a key here and see what we find. Alright, more gold crests.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Crests would be very useful for building upgrades, so let's go that way for now. We could carry more gold, but it's like, you can always have more gold. Yeah! Some practice. Like voice training, or like open your voice for good ultrasonics. So let's then move on and see. Alright, as said, train voice for good ultrasonics. And immediately there was scouting. Empty on. And nothing else here, so enter room. Also empty as was indicated. Alright, let's... Yeah, that sounds about right. And then we move to the next room. Hung again, oh well, this is why we carry food to burn. Rack of blades. Let's see what we find. Nothing useful here. Oh. Next room. And also empty. Of course it's easier to go into empty rooms than room battles, but we need to do all the room battles to win here. Alright. Trap. All of 4 damage. Back contains loot. At least we got 1 extra torch. The rest of the gems, no thank you. Onyx we are always taking because it's... Alright, here we have the swine door as said. Not a fox door, not a wolf door. Swine door, which is probably less popular. Alright, that removes the sorceress, so no more. And then we start beating at the swine door quite effectively even. Trot retreat. Retreat even behind the corpse. Let's attack you with the hound. Like, can you go any further back? Critical judgment also, we are clearly quite critical of the swine door as said. Dodged good. Alright, and hound finished off the swine door, so we only have the basic cultist fighter left. Not for long at this rate. And there we go. Another emerald, nice. Might stone, so basic kind of like trinket and onyx. We could use the few food and start another pile of gold. Not really that hot for the basic trinket. Makeshift dining table. These sometimes have quite negative effects, so maybe not this time. Ah, thank you for scouting. There's a room battle there, and there's trap there, so next room battle please. Another rack of plates, nothing useful here. And next we have a trap, alright. That certainly didn't see, again like 4 damage, so not the worst thing ever. And there should be a room battle here. There certainly is a room battle here. Fortunately we surprised them. So let's then start fighting, and do not really like that because it's pretty bad for the morale to have them throw up all over. Alright, no vomiting from them, that's good. Bone courtier and that are pretty much the worst for morale. Alright, and missed. Let's attack with the hound. The drummer, 16, wow, that's a lot for the hound. Drums of debilitation, sure, but resisted, though marked. See, not that much, and they attacked the healer. Alright, interesting. Dodged despite marked, nice. Let's mark everyone. And then attack with the non-marked fighter. Let's finish off with the hound, yes. Dodged, good. No spiky ball for you. And that removes the other fighter. Then we just fight and still miss, like tried to attack that the other time missed. Alright, that certainly didn't miss. Such, we haven't needed even to heal much. Fighting has been quite successful, like no. And just when set that, like 14 damage, oh well. It's like immediately when you say that you're succeeding, you're no longer succeeding apparently. Let's attack the corpse so we get to heal once for free, hopefully. X is much less worse. And let's get rid of the corpse, still want the free heal, there we go. Good. And then we finish with the hound. The hound has been pretty good at finishing lately.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Shouldn't we be able to stack like 3 and one portrait? Some food directly and 1 anti-venom. And we get to use a key.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried
more
home.
Crests, much more crests. Somewhat surprising that we can't actually combine those two. let's get rid of the 300 gold. It's more worth. Carry more crests as we want them for the upgrades. Scouting crate. And we know more room battles. That way there's only the Eldritch Altar left there, so keep moving. Alright, and nasty gosh. Oh well. Did they start bleeding? No. So. And then we should again have a trap. Let's illuminate. And try to see the trap. There we go. Disarmed even, so a bit of a morale boost, and into the room where we go. Another swine door. But we of course dislike the small swine the most because it's the worst for the morale. Dodged, great. Alright, 24 is enough.
Inspiration and improvement.
Stressful incantation, then we need to start poking at the enchantress.
Impressive.
Bolt bleed. Works. Trot retreat, so put the enchantress in the front. That's like a great tactical idea. So let's get rid of her. There we go. 18 is certainly sufficient. Well, pretty good for the hound. Bleeding for 4 already. Alright, that did some damage to spare, but let's heal all if we still get turned for healer. We do. Alright, 24 certainly gets rid of the swine orb, and then we get almost full pile of gold. We are not going to camp twice, so full pile of gold please. You could also get some busts, but it's like not throwing shovels away, because every time you throw shovels away you most probably immediately hit 5 obstacles and go crazy digging by hand. Right, let's illuminate.
The promise of safety.
There's also one stealth opponent. And then we fight. Alright, one source of damage removed. The shoot is this stealth, so blanket fire misses. Alright, 13 is pretty strong also. Cutthroat, but also missed. Let's see if the hound finishes them. Yes, and then we have the stealth shootist. Hopefully they lose stealth at some point, as we can't currently do much else than heal everyone. Alright, and still stay stealth, so let's get rid of the corpse, alright, and now lost stealth, so dog attack. And sword attack. Alright, 29 is certainly sufficient amount of. These have actually reduced stress while adventure because they have done so well damage wise. And then we get again more heirlooms. And we have very small pile of torches, so let's get rid of that and carry another pile of gold. And then we move on. Empty room, so reheat the torch. Let's use it in situ.
Waiting to be spent.
Empty room as promised on the map. And then we of course go for better rooms to find the final room battles. Another torch and 250 gold. Sometimes you even find a gem with the torch. We still have food to burn. That should be like amount of hunger. Hunger dice results is quite high. Final round of rooms. That we are not touching.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Alright.
This is made clear.
Somewhat surprised, we surprised them. Dodged, oh, mistrial. Let's try with the spear, and that was effective one-shot cure for that trouble. And Hound probably finishes, yes. And then we have the two main opponents only left, the drummer and the... Alright, some stress. But no damage for now, so... Let's do something about the drummer. That something would be merely intervention with heal and spell. Well, is quite good. Starts to reduce their health moderately, quickly, and done.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Extra shovel. And we get to use a key. Can only carry 3 portraits in a pile apparently. We are not camping, so let's take more portraits along. And leave the rest. So there will be still one room battle. We have almost explored the whole dungeon. Alright, let's start with the goal even. God, nobody listened. And dodged also. Make a way. Let's get rid of those because more sources of damage, so let's concentrate on removing the 2 first and then go for the gold. those are done with, so we can go for the bigger guy. Alright. Good night, Camu, and thanks for joining. Always good to have you here. So good night for you, and see you hopefully tomorrow. So let's then. Now the hound attacks. And then we have to actually make way. There we go. Let's heal everyone. $13 is certainly a good number. Dodged. Again 13, so they have what? 3 HP. Maybe the hound gets us out. The hound got us out.
A trifling victory, but a victory
Now the
nonetheless.
gold. Even more crests. Now we can pretty much get rid of 8 food at this point, so let's take more. We can also get rid of anti-venom. Let's take 4 trades, and then we still had onyx, but not collecting those. Again, nasty gas only from the blade track. Of course, you never get lucky, it seems. Maggots and a spider. Small opponents galore. Missed. Alright, spider done. And 1 maggot remains. And dog finished that off, so 150 gold, not anything that interesting.
And driven into the mud.
And here's the room fight. Same program, first remove the small pig if you can. And we can. Then we should get rid of the madman, because he's pretty good at bothering with stress. Accusation resisted, but horror, alright. Not running out of morale with anyone yet. More of situation has improved since starting the adventure, so at least something has gone right. And we keep getting the accusations, alright. Alright, that ended at least them. Excess accusations.
Mortality clarified in a single
Alright,
strike.
thank you, Riley. Always good to have you around. We are playing still about half an hour, so usual 1.5 hours. Now we can also poke at that. That's no longer stealth. Then and alright, hound gets rid of. Poke at the corpse on the free heal. Heal the hound master much better. Bandage. And finished. Pretty good damage again for a hound, the 14. here onyx, so it would be 1000. Let's get rid of more torches. Rest was kind of meh. Let's use a key. Let's throw out the last key and take 12 heirlooms. Let's also throw the rest of the bandages out and take busts. And done. And keep moving. Last room, and as we didn't win yet, there should be another room right there. Empty. Oh. At least we have a fight here, and both fighters are stealth, so we have to attack the back rows with the remove one. Nine is quite good. Dodged good. $13 only. Ouch. Fortunately, fighter has a lot of health. Dodged good. Try and get rid of that. Done, so we have only the stealth regular fighters. Let's heal as we do not have much else to do because both are stealth. Now they are no longer stealth, which affects their survival a little. Hound did good work. We have only like a couple of HP. Still more. Now we can get rid of shovels. We can get rid of even torches, so there will be only one room anymore. Not a too bad a fight would seem, so let's start again. And miss. Let's try with the spear. Alright, 10 is good.
Well struck.
17 for Chilo's accusation, that's rare. And missed. Dodged. Alright. Resisted. Disease. Good. Critical out.
Blurred vision. The end approaches. How quickly the time
And
turns.
haven't still gotten, and of course the disease finally. The healer has taken it stress-wise for sure. Fortunately physical attacks miss, so it's more like a mental problem apparently. And now we are done with that, so no more vomiting for you. Missed trial. 9 is pretty good for the hound. And got rid of one of the fighters. And again attack is good, and they have got 1 HP. Let's finish the enchantress, there we go, and then we have only like the pretty well conditioned big guy. And start feeding at him. 20 critical is a good start, like almost all health at once. Because if you're struck, like for 20 would consider that quite critical. 1 HP, so literally. And hound finishes. And now this will be the last one, so we can throw away anything that doesn't have value, like food. And return to Hamlet because there's nothing else to explore. Pretty good amount of treasure also for...
Should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
Just the gold and gems 11,000 plus the 11,750 fixed score. And we got quite a few heirlooms compared to many outings. That was pretty big haul in that respect also. So let's then finish that. Pretty good haul. And trades. Ruins Explorer, alright. Creeping cough. That's not the worst disease ever. Fated.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of
There
my
we go.
failures.
So next it would be then, we have like half an hour remaining, so we need some quest with the right length, and only the healer went like there we go, also. There we go, so some stress treatment. And then we still have some time for shorter quests, so let's see if we can keep developing like the level force we have here at least. We do have the Hound Master, so let's just choose other. It'd be interesting to have Abomination as the other fighter. Long, most probably not. Short, Apprentice level. These two disagree. And here we go for the short, easier quest as the final one for tonight. So it's provision. 20 food should be enough. Let's take still 4 shovels. And still 4 keys. We do not know how much we will be getting. And we are good to go. And again, Warrens, we seem to be specialists at that tonight, as we saw like the Swine Tour and all.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Explore 90% of rooms, that's quite easy. And now we also have scouting in place. It's pretty small dungeon, so and immediately we fight some cultists. And axe time. That removes 1.
Destroy them all.
Everything missed but the corpse. Clearly the corpse was not very good at not getting hit by grape shot. That's one conclusion. Dodge stressful incantation, good. Dodged also.
As the
Alright, that was quite effective at
hope blossoms.
throwing manacles. And start gunning at the last one.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
And we are done. We've got one extra key even for Alright, let's use a bandage. And enter room. There's one room there, so let's check that out first. Let's try shovel on pile of bones. Nope. Nothing of value remains. Trap, and certainly cannot see that despite trying. So we need to backtrack a bit. And next room, now that we have backtracked, we also could utilize the torches much clearer. There's loot. Rest are not very good.
A shard of alien malignity.
And yes, thing from the stars. This will be interesting. Let's raise a ball to that. Certainly a hard fight to finish our evening off. At least not the collector. This thing is a bit easier in a few ways. Let's transform. That's a start. Let's mark them for death. Marked for death. There we go, marked, so we more damage. Weakened by one. Let's shoot with the pistol. 3, that's surprisingly minor damage for face gnaw. We destroy crystal. There we go, that was quite quick. $17, good. Shoot with the pistol, good. Alright, judgment was a bit lesser, 2 only. 2 is better than 0. Vorpal strike 13, that's actually still quite survivable for like 60 or something damage Vorpal ones. We get crystal, destroy crystal. might remove one. Again one. Somehow the damage really tailed off.
Another one falls.
Keep going. Somehow the damage really tailed off. And now we have actual healing needs. There we go. Shoot the pistol. Still only 2. Fortunately they have only like 16 left anyway.
Executed with
remove.
impunity.
Again 2, but 2 is better than 0 and 2 shortens their game. Powerful, wow. For once positive affliction from the stress. So let's then again do 2 damage. We are really here for the 2s. Three, like yes, it's more than 2. So
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
and everything dies, got some coin shards. Berserk charm and gold, so we take all. Empty room, though atmospheric. And we still have a few rooms to go. We had food to burn, so that's not an issue as long as we do not get really many hungers on this sort of way.
The match is struck.
There we go. Extra illumination helped with finding the door, which isn't totally surprising or astounding. Visit one in that direction first and immediately find a trap. And again find a trap.
Machinations spring to life. With a
Going to
singular
bother with
purpose.
the corpse cart. Usually doesn't seem to give anything. That's also interesting, like somebody which hanging out. Let's move. In the opposite direction first to reach the rest of the dungeon. provide lasting effects on the hero. Clearly not positive, like you get a disease for studying the spell book. May poison book a lot, like funny name of the rose. More light, please. Transform for style, if nothing else. Alright, that removes one source of damage immediately. Missed, oh. Also good. And then we of course have the annoying thing in the front, so let's do very sufficient 25, so that shouldn't be an issue. One left, the drummer. Shoot with the pistol. 7, which is pretty good. Sometimes have shot with the pistol a lot and get only 1.
Eradicated.
That was sufficiently effective.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
And we have a couple of rooms to go, and that should finish. Once we finish this, we will be ready to finish for today. So let's keep moving then. And again we find a trap. Scouting would be helpful, but of course the scouting path went to sleep, and of course you always get a nasty gash. We should have a shovel, yes.
These tunnels predate even the earliest
Good.
settlers.
And quest is complete, so we still have one room, so let's do that. Most probably it won't contain anything especially important. And transform for style, of course. And start getting rid of the maggots. One left. And done.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
So let's then pick up all of 50 gold. And it's the last room. Alright, some spiders. Let's then fight some spiders.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
And one gun. Another gun. Pretty good damage numbers. Not really at this level anymore that much of a challenge. Yes, all three have this firewall gun immediately. And this should finish the spider off, yes.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Let's check the table anyway. Food me once, yes. And we are done for this dungeon.
The swine folk's labyrinth may yet prove to be navigable.
And we also got some extra heirlooms, so not bad. Nobody quite advanced level, there will be one more needed.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road
6
is
more
clear.
recruits than usual, let's check that out. Certainly we do have at least one spot, so there should be quite a few, yes. Very low level. That interesting recruits then, because could be of rather higher level recruits preferably. And that finishes for tonight, and we are just coming up also to 1.5 hours, so first of all switch to big screen and give you all a wave. Good night and have a good Friday, and let's see who we can raid tonight. Who's on? First Wolf is on for Elden Ring. That's good enough, would say. They are playing, yes, and they are apparently fighting a boss, so let's go there for some Elden Ring. Oh, thank you for joining, Riley. And see you tomorrow, hopefully. And there we go for some Elden Ring. Thank you all for joining. See you hopefully tomorrow for some Mon Bazoo, or the My Summer Car, but in Canada apparently, as can be seen also from the news item for this week's streaming games. So let's see you tomorrow hopefully. Be well and good night.